What a da, good morning, closer, and welcome to What a da Standing Pilates on week 3 already. So today we're going to be doing some of the moves that we're quite familiar with. But as you know, I've been doing my level 4 Pilates, and one of the things we've been working on in terms of how do you help people tune into their body. So today is kind of all about tuning into your body, is we use the clock face. So if you can think of like a clock with no hands on it, with all the numbers going around, or if you're a bit more seaworthy, maybe you want to have a compass with north, south, east and west. And we're going to explore the different positions and ranges of movement. We talked about the positional sense muscles as well, about how they detect speed, direction and orientation. So sometimes when we move orientation, we find it slightly different. So we're going to be repeating exercises in different planes of movement. And those of you who've done any kind of work on different planes of movement, you'll know it's quite complex when you think about it. So one plane of movement is top to bottom, so your top half moves independently of your bottom. One half goes right through the middle, so the right arm moves independently of the left. And we're going to look at also the one that comes across your body this way, so the front of the body moving differently to the back of the body. So we're going to do the things we're familiar with and change the orientation of the movement. This music is quite beaty this morning. All right, so I played it in the sports hall in Bourse Sports Hall the other day, and came over. It felt like we were in some kind of disco, but hey, let's keep it going. So many songs out there. Okay, are we all good to go? Start your weekend off in the right way. Here we go. All right, so remember, as with all Pilates things, you want to just think about your posture before you start. So feet at the hip distance apart. And remember, you want to lift and lower your toes a couple of times. Yeah, to think about activating underneath the feet. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Try and lift this part and then close this bit down. Arms are down by your side. Tuck your chin in, make sure your neck is nice and long. Okay, so from there, you're going to take a deep breath in. So you're going to take the arms up. Remember, about a 4-second breath in, and then a 4-second breath out. Then roll your shoulders. Remember, a lot of this is to do with ribcage side. So if you are a small person, take less time. If you are a big person, take more time. One more time, here we go. Slowly breathing out. Okay, so I want you to start with your shoulder, forward, up, back and down, and then on the other side. But I want you to kind of think about now where that clock face is as you're doing this movement. So if you're thinking about drawing around all of the numbers, throughout the class today, think about where are you finding it a little bit more tricky to move to. You all know my arm's never recovered from my COVID jab. And if you watch carefully on my arm, this arm moves far more freely than this one. What happens is here, it gets a bit stuck and I kind of miss out some of the numbers, yeah? Same thing with your arm, take your arm all the way around. And again, if you notice, when I come up to here, my arm wants to come out to the side, so I can't go as far back as I can with that one. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It's all about kind of understanding where your body is, how your body moves, and where do you like hold a little bit of the injury, or maybe do you avoid moving. Okay, we're going to start with your feet out slightly wider, hands onto your sides and slide to one side and then slide over to the other side. Now quite often when we're doing this, we're looking at the bend of your back. So if you think of a clock face at the back of your body, I think I can get to maybe 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, so pretty equal on both sides. Now, can I reach my hand up and then take it around the clock? Okay, so I'm going to reach up, and I think I'm kind of touching at 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock quite equally on both sides. So just kind of have a little play about with that. Let's just do that one more time. So remember with this arm, don't have your arm relaxed. You want to work the whole way through your fingers. Okay, so this is the plane, yeah, coming across here, sagittal plane, arms are in front. How much rotation? Where can you get your hand to without your body moving? On this side, yeah, compared to the other side. So watch on this side. How much movement compared to the other side? How's it for you? Are you too busy watching me? Okay, then release down. Okay, so we're going to do the staggered pose today. So remember, if you're not very good at balancing, hold on. Either have your feet here, make one foot disappear behind the back, or bring your feet together and touch. So when you're taking the arm, you want to see if you can get your hands at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Okay? Same thing as you turn around the other way. Okay, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Then coming back in, dropping down, and take the other foot forwards. Okay, are you ready? So remember, there's no right and wrong. It's just about kind of understanding where your body likes to move and where it finds it a little bit tricky. And then release. Okay, so we're going to work with your feet now. So you're just going to peel your feet up off the floor first. And I want you to start with a walking movement with your arms. So remember, we want to practice thumb up, little finger back. Yeah, thumb up, little finger back. Good work. Now both feet up, both thumbs up. Just about above shoulder height. And then when you come down, as long as your back feels okay, come down into a squat. Yeah, so you want to come up, push your hips to me, and press your heels down and push your arms back. Okay, so you want to come up, push your hips forward, come down, push your legs back. And again. And then release. Nice work. Roll your shoulders. Okay, so we're going to start with your foot. You're going to circle your foot around and you're going to try and draw around that clock face. Now you need to bend this knee a little bit, and if you need to hold on, hold on. You can touch the carpet or your floor, or you can hover above. Okay? Then change over to the other leg. So remember, stabilise, bend this knee a little bit. So you've got place and space to move. Think about where you're finding it easy to move your hip and where you're finding it challenging. Okay, so again, working in that sagittal plane, bend the other knee, slide your foot forward, slide your arms out, slide it in, take it back. Now if you need to touch the floor, touch the floor. Okay, so this is looking at stability and balance on your opposite leg. Roll your shoulders. Let's try it again. So hip in, knee bent, abs in, chest up. Slide your foot. Okay, so don't panic if you're going to go, oh, I can't go very far. It's not a big range of movement, but it really tests your balance, doesn't it? Yeah? And then here. Roll your shoulders. Take your arm over your head. Now we're used to doing this movement, but think about, keep going with this movement. Can you go shoulder and behind your head to the other shoulder? Or do you find like your arm gets stuck? So you know I have that funny shoulder movement, but actually, this for me is okay. What I have difficulty with is taking my arm behind me. Okay. Luckily we're in the house. So you're going to do the circles here. Don't let your neighbours watch you doing this. So I want you to think about where on that clock face do you find difficult for the numbers to touch. Yeah, and then go round the other way. So you just really want to move your hips the whole way around. Now what's happening is you're mobilising that area between your back and your pelvis. And those of you with back issues, this is such a lovely warming up movement. The other one is to go east to west. Now your shoulders need to stay still, so you're not swaying your body, you're just moving your hip side to side. So you know, like you used to give somebody the bumps for their birthday, rather than stick their head down the toilet. I wasn't one of those naughty girls. try and keep this bit still. So you kind of think about this bit's moving and this bit is still. Okay, release. Let's try that now with your knee. If you need to hold on, please hold on, because we're going to stretch your leg out as well. So you're going to lift your knee up, and then if you can, you're going to do that stretching out. Bringing your knee in, and then you're going to stretch it out behind you. Okay, so if you want to use your arms, when you stretch your leg out, see if you can lift your arms up. Bring your knee in and stretch it back. Try not to lean. Okay. If you find like you don't want to stretch it out, you can keep it on the floor and take your hands down lower. One more time. Up, press out. And then here we go. Okay, keep breathing. I'm very funny about putting things in the universe, me. And words like I don't trust you, I don't think it's a good vibe. Here we go. Knee up, reach out. Bring it in, take it back. So think about holding everything tall. Now this requires a lot of control through your thigh muscle, yeah? And take it back. Lift it up. Reach it out. Nice work. Take it down. Release your shoulders. Here we go. And arm. Think about doing that circle with your arm. Now take your knees, hands down to your knees, and reach up. Hold onto your arms, step over. Lean away. And back in, and lean away. Release down. Stepping your feet out wide. And we're used to doing this movement, but what we're going to do is push your knee out, and then come back in and push your knee out. Now quite often we do it in a small range. Today I'd like you to see how far out can you go. Okay, so how far out? You can reach your arm if it helps you. Come back in. Don't go so far that you're going to fall over, but see where your knee wants to go. And again, so just reach it out, feel where your knee wants to go. Just do it one more time. Now keep this arm out and then take it up and over. Coming down, reach it out as far as you can go, and then up. Now if you think you can lean a little bit more, okay, on this sideways movement, keeping your body, yeah, around. Thinking about that clock face with the arm, and then up. Lovely. Change over. So this arm comes out, and then you're going to come up. So you're thinking now of drawing that circle in front of your body, and that's where you have to reach out. So if your 9 o'clock is here, 6 o'clock or 3 o'clock, or the other way around, I can never work it out. Okay, and again, just feel like you're drawing that circle right around the front of your body. Let's just do one more. Up, nice work, and then release. Okay, so now we're now going to step into position. So hold on if you need to, keep your feet apart, step in, step out, step to the side, you can bend that knee, and then step back, yeah, and then reaching up tall. Okay, ready? We're going to do 3 of these. So you want to reach, thumbs up, bend your knee, yeah? When you're reaching out here, reach your arm, then come up, reach this arm down, and then lift both arms up. Don't worry about what the arms are doing, okay, but they kind of want to follow where your leg is moving. So feel like you're shifting the weight away and then back to the center, and again, away from your body, back to the center. One more time, here we go. Away from your body, back to the center. Yeah, away from your body, back to the center. One more time, go back. Move away from where your body is. Come back in. Move your feet. Move your arms. Okay, taking your arms out wide, taking your arms all the way up. thumbs are touching, bring your hands together, bring them down your body. Now then, balance on your left leg. Either put your foot here or your knee. So this time you're in the middle, keeping your balance. Those of you who want to challenge your balance a bit more, like last week, take your arms either side of your ears, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Remember what I said about wrapping your thumbs. Release down. Roll your shoulders. Okay, taking a deep breath in. Nice work. Okay, so we're going to start pedaling your feet, but you're going to use your left leg first. Okay, so left and right. Feel the weight shift between one side of your body and the other. This is kind of being really good if you're playing any kind of sport or you're doing stuff like gardening, is understanding where your body is in a position of gravity, yeah? Hold your left foot up, either bring your heel here or here. Reach your arms up, your hands together, thumbs wrapped, press it against your chest. Now if you're happy there, stay there. If you want to hold on, hold on. Otherwise, you're going to press the arm up, arms either side of your ears. Okay, hold it there, and then release. Bend your knees, take a deep breath in. Okay. So now think about, say if you were playing squash. Anybody play squash anymore? Or tennis? Or pickleball? Anything, badminton. Yeah? So there are all kind of movements that we would do if you're going to pick something up, yeah? If you're going to reach out to something, or if you're holding something heavy. So we're going to repeat it on this side, and we're going to go really slowly. So think about where your centre balance point was, come back to it, then go to the side, bend your knee, then come back to it. Yeah, and then go behind you, move away, think away where your body was here, and then move into it. Okay, so you're going to reach your body up to keep the balance in the middle. Here we go. So if you can, use your arms as you step away, reach out, come back in, go back, come away, yeah, and then take a deep breath in, release. Last time now, here we go. So don't worry if you wobble a little bit, you saw I wobble then, because it's your body learning to recover and come back into position. Nice work, and then release. Take a deep breath in, and then that slow breath out. Okay, so we're going to work through the hips now, and what we're going to do first is the one where we cross behind. So this is again different plane of movement. Remember, it's this leg that's going to do the work. So you're going to lift your weight and circle your foot behind to the other side of your body, then circle the foot back and in. So feel like you're drawing a circle around, yeah, and then bring the circle in and here. Now, I find that I have to do the arms to match this, otherwise my brain goes a bit weird. Okay, but there's no right and wrong with the arms. You want to feel like you're doing this and just focusing on how your body helps to balance. So anybody with back issues, this is really key to getting that spinal stability to work. But remember, if you are wobbling, hold on to a chair. Okay, so remember, don't load your spine when you're not stable. Okay, bring it back in. Now in the middle, we're going to do the 7-foot arms. So remember, little fingers away, and then you're going to wrap around. And those of you who are feeling okay, you're going to do the squat that we did in the beginning, and then you're going to open up. If you don't want to do the squat, you don't have to. Okay, open up, reach your fingers, do your little squat, tuck your head in one more time. Nice work. Okay, standing up tall and release. Okay, so remember, this leg is going to do the work. This leg is going to come behind. So you kind of want to see the foot on the other side of your body. And then you're going to try and draw like a half around your clock. Okay, so come around, behind. Now you can put your foot on the floor if you want to, or you can keep it off the floor. So you're going to reach, take it around, take it down, yeah, and then take it up, and bring it round. So again, think about when you're stepping off something. So if you're walking down a mountain, how, when you're here, your foot is in space, yeah, before you step onto it, and how here, you bend one knee, yeah, to step this leg round. I know you wouldn't do it in a circle, but if you were climbing up something, you'd always load one leg and the other leg would come through. Release. Take a deep breath in. Okay, so now we're going to do a tap. Okay, so we're going to tap the foot in the different positions around where the clock face is. So you're going to start at 6 o'clock and you're going to do 3 taps with me. Hold your arms out, so you're going to go tap, 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 move, yeah? Okay, so you're going to feel like you're moving your leg here. So think about it touching all the different numbers and move, yeah? Tap. Hold your arms out for balance and move, yeah? So you keep your leg fairly stiff. Then here. And then right to the front. Okay, and then bring it in. Release. Okay, so check. Starting back. 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Ready? Here we go. So you're on the tap. 3 times on the tap. And then you're going to move. Okay, so think about like a ticking finger. You know, like the second hand clicks around. So you just want to come around. Now you're wanting to find out which part of this is really tough on your hip. Okay, so there's no right and wrong. You're just kind of exploring, how does my body feel in these different positions? Yeah. And then one more time. Okay, and then bring it in. Roll your shoulders. Okay, now take your leg back. That's 6 o'clock. And then move it to 5 o'clock. Okay? So you've got 1 foot at 6, 1 foot at 5 o'clock. This arm is going to circle and do that clock face the whole way around. Okay, so you're going to press it down. Feel like you're tracing your fingers around the numbers. Lovely. One more time. Now you're going to stay down now. You're going to turn your back heel in. You're going to turn your back heel out. You're going to bend both knees. You're going to sink down. And you're going to bring your hands together like we did before with your thumbs together. You can either have your hands up here or here. If they're up, what you might like to do is to lean back. So if this is midday, go away from the centre. Feel that opening through the front of the body, opening through your hip. Come back in. Roll your arms down. You're going to bring this leg in. And you're going to release. Okay, so try over to the other side. So this is at 6 o'clock. And this is just at 5 o'clock. Heel is off the floor. Circle the arm around. And feel like you're really moving your whole body as you're doing this. Lifting up. Nice work. Breathe with it. Hold on if you need to. Okay, and then last time, stay down. Turn your back heel in. Turn your back heel out. Sink lower. Reach your arms out. So you wrap your thumbs. Either hands here. Or here, or now lean back. And if you can, tilt your chin up a little bit. Okay, you don't have to tip your head too far back and push your hips forward. Release down, and then step up. Good work. Okay, so we're going to do a quad stretch, and I know lots of you struggle with this, so don't want you to worry about it, but I want you to feel like you're between 2 plates of glass. Okay, so that when you're picking your foot up, you're not tilted forwards on this one. That you're going to keep this part of your body between one sheet of glass and the other part of the body to the side. So you're not going to pull your knee out. You're going to keep your knees together, and you're going to reach this arm up. Breathe easy. Now take your knee out to the side and pull it back a little bit. If you need to hold on, hold on. Then release down. Okay, so 2 planes of glass. One in front of your body. Excuse me, I got something in my eye. One behind. Try and hold on to your leg if you can and not your foot. But if you find it difficult, just hold on to your trousers or put your foot onto a chair. Yeah? Okay, so pane of glass in front. Your body's right against it. Push your hip towards that pane of glass. Okay, breathe easy. Now take your knee out and pull it back a little bit. Breathe easy. Can you feel that stretch on the front of your thigh? And then release down. Roll your arms. Arms out on the diagonal. Bend your knees. Come in. Tuck your head in. Reach up. So if you feel like you can do a little bit more of stretch in your back, tuck your head in and reach. Remember, people with back issues, just do the little one, tuck your head in here. Last time now. Okay. So, if you've got wobble issues, sit down on a chair. If you don't have wobble issues, think about that bending position. Pick your foot up and put it across onto your other leg. Push your hands away and sit down. If you want to, you can reach your hands up. Okay? Or if you want to, you can keep your hands and hold onto your leg. And then release. Okay, so you kind of have to do that little bit of a bend. Yeah, and then you've got the weight here. So feel like you're kind of sitting down on your chair, leg is across. If you want to use your arms, please do so. Otherwise, you can keep your hands on your leg here. Then release. Okay, standing mermaid. Now, standing mermaid is a really good example of how we can move through the different positions. So you're going to keep your right knee and left knee bent. Try and take your feet out a little bit wider than you've done so before, and then sink your hips down a little bit. Okay, so you're not too upright on this. Feel like you're opening through the front of the hips. Hand here, reach up and try and make like a straight line between your fingers, through your shoulders, through your hip, all the way down to your ankle, okay? So it's not bent. Now when you come here, place your hand on your leg and this arm is going to bend. I want your fingers to point to the floor. And I want you to feel, do you remember we did that thing in the beginning where can my back bend? Okay, so the base is still. How far can you bend your back? Okay, how far can you bend your back? Don't force it, just kind of let it go where it feels okay. And don't, you know, especially if you've got any back issues, go nice and slow. Now on this last one, you're going to hold it over here and you're going to sink down lower if you can. Then you're going to come back to the centre and you're going to roll your shoulders. Okay, so bend this knee, okay, and now see if you can sink down a little bit more than you normally do. So let this knee come in, keep that knee out. Remember now you want to try and draw that straight line between your fingers through your body all the way down to your ankle. Then this arm comes down and you bend. Point your fingers to the floor. Okay, so you want to come up, reach up tall, and then do that little bit of a spine movement. Okay, one more. Good work. And then when you're here, hold on and then pull and see if you can sink down a little bit more. Don't worry if you can't. And then come back to the center. Now, you're going to walk your feet in and then out like this. They kind of move so you feel them in. Do that east to west on your hips and then do your circle. Okay, and then go around the other way. Okay, let's check your posture. So, feet are hip distance apart. Think now about being between those two panes of glass. Lift your sternum up, but close down here between the rib and the hip. Roll your arms behind you and let your arms sink by your side, okay? So you don't want them stiff. You want that little bit of a gap here. Chin in, feel the back of your neck stretch into position, and almost that your nose dips down a little bit, okay? So you're not looking your nose, a bit tip down a little bit. 2 breaths in, breathe in once, breathe in twice, hold, and then slow breath out. Now try and relax as you do those breaths in. And remember, if you're doing your deep breathing properly in this place, it's actually silent. So you need to keep your mouth shut and breathe in. Feel like you're breathing in all the way down to your hips. And then slow breath out. Last one, deep breath in. Bring your hands together. Bring your hands down the front. Place your thumbs onto your heart. Say thank you for dragging your body into this, and thank you to everybody else who's taken part. Okay, so I hope that it was kind of an interesting thing looking at body awareness and movement away from centre. You know, it's a really good thing if you're a kind of a sporty person, but it's also really good if you're trying to rehabilitate any kinds of injuries or back issues, to understand where your body moves in different planes. If you like all that different planes in, don't forget to Google it. Okay, so see you motivate me in a couple of seconds.